everybody. Me, Joe from Boss USA. Hey, I'm sitting here in the shop. I'm still working on a lot of the projects that we got going on, and I'm going to be doing some laminating. So I thought I would throw up a quick video on what my process is for actually doing laminations. So let me get you flipped around here. So what I'm working on here is the Boss USA World War I float set. These are antique floats. These are available on bossusa.com. They actually work really well, but I thought while I was working on these, I would throw up a quick video on lamination. I did a quick video the other day on the shrinkage of the paper and to build to the plans, not to the wood. And I thought while I was here, I would just go ahead and do a video on this as well. So what I've got going on here, and I'm going to pick this camera up, so it's going to be shaky for just a second. I've got this stuff all ready to go. So I've got these pinned down to my plans. I'm already ready to go. These are going to be the keels for the float set. These are quarter scale floats. I'm actually going to hope to have these ready to go and on my quarter scale pup to fly off the pond at Jonal this year and be able to attend several other float fly-ins with the pup. So first thing I want to show you what I did, and I talked about this just a little bit the other day when I was doing the plans tutorial. Anytime you have any notches, so if I have a notch like this on my part, what you can do to help make sure that, because this right here, these notches are going to be the most important thing with this build. So and the reason I say that is because if these are correct, if it ends up being a little off along the edge, that's not going to be the worst thing because you can always sand that flush. So the notches are the most important thing. So what I normally would do is put 2 pins in these notches. So I would put one here, like that, and then I would have another one here. Okay, now what that's going to do is that's going to make sure that when I laminate these down, that those notches are correct. Once you get the rest of the part pinned down to your board, you can remove these because they're going to probably get in your way while you're laminating. Now, moving on to laminating, this is how I do it. So I have both of my K1 parts pinned to my board. They're pinned down together. And what I do for lamination to make sure I get a nice, easy lamination that's not going to take a lot of part trying to line up, or a lot of time to line up all these parts, is I pin them down on the bench together. Then all you have to do is separate the parts up away from each other so that you can get your CA between the parts. If you make sure that these pins are as straight as you can possibly get them, when you go to laminate these pieces, you're not going to have to worry about whether or not they're lined up. You want to try to make sure these pins are as vertical as you can possibly get them. Now all I have to do, in my case, I like to use the Balsa USA Gold Thick, because I want to make sure that I have a little bit of extra time to maneuver these parts if needed. Okay? So all you have to do at this point is come through between, put your glue down all the way around. Okay? Once that's there, all you have to do, and what a part like this, with these keels, what I would do is I would start from the center and put them down. Just slide them right down your pin. They should still be lined up perfectly like you had them. Just like that. And then what I do is I leave these dry and I use my solid A123 blocks all around so that I ensure that they stay down on so the glue can catch. You can use sandbags. You can use these A123 blocks. I get the solid ones. They actually work really good for this. They're quite heavy. And this actually works really good. Now you can use this type of lamination with any parts. Like I'm going to have to laminate these K3 parts here in just a little bit. And I'm going to use that same process. I'm going to line them up with the notches in the corners. So I'm going to line these up here in the notches on the plans. Pin both of these parts down together. Pull it up. And then put my CA in between. Sandwich it. Put some weight on it. And let it dry. It's only going to take a few minutes for this to dry. It's not going to take any time at all. And what I would also do as an extra added thing, once you get these pushed down, you want to try to be a little bit careful on how much CA you use for these parts, because otherwise it's just going to make a mess. So once you get that in there and you get that put together, what I do is I come through with paper towel along the edges and just try to clean that up a little bit. And with the Balsa USA thick, it's only going to take it about 5 minutes and it's going to be set and you can move on to your next step. So that's it for laminations. I hope that this helped you guys out a little bit. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thank you very much for watching and happy building.